sampah sembarangan. Udah tahu sampah biang masalah, buang sampah pada tempatnya lah.
Iya ya, kalau bukan kita siapa lagi? Ayo kita buat Jakarta jadi bersih.
Guests for the Smart TOD Forum in Jakarta. We would like institutes, investors, and developers of Asian regions, and of course, sponsors, co-sponsors, and supporters of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, we gathered at this forum and exhibition tonight, where smart city technologies and experiences towards sustainable urban and built environment will be introduced by various experts from Indonesia and Japan. Kato.
His Excellency Basuki Cahaya Purnama, Vice Governor of DKI Jakarta, Mr. Ridwan Kamil, Mayor of Bandung City, Mr. Rahmat Gobel, President of Indonesia-Japan Friendship Association, Professor Strangat, thank you very much also for coming and making a lecture. Mr. Mitsuo Nakamura, Chairman of Nikken Sekkei, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all to the Smart TOD Forum today. Thank you very much for coming. Smart City is a new style of city, providing sustainable growth and which is designed to encourage healthy economic activities that reduce the burden on the environment by improving the quality of life of the residents by using IT, environment-friendly technology for the electricity and more efficient transportation. Urbanization is an important challenge in all ASEAN metropolitan, including Jakarta and also in Japan. Social infrastructures, including electricity, water, transportation, communication system are indispensable factors for ensuring lifestyles of the people and business. All of these have to be established within a short period of time. And if we turn our eyes on Japan, the existing social infrastructures are becoming older, and Japan is facing social issues such as decreasing birth rates and the aging of society. In order to solve these issues and to improve the quality of life of residents and vitalize economic activities, many experimental projects are currently being carried out in Yokohama and Kitakyushu, among others. Ikawa, former Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the Liberal Democratic Party of Japan have expressed their willingness to support Nikken Sekkei to implement these various projects. MRT was just launched last month, and other related technical cooperation such as smart grid have started. I hope these approaches in both countries will strengthen the synergetic effect to realize a smart city in the near future. I would also like to express our deep gratitude to all ladies and gentlemen who has worked very hard to prepare today's meeting. Thank you very much, and I hope very productive and interesting debate. Thank you very much.
Mr. Katori. And next we have the Vice Governor of Jakarta Provincial Government. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Basuki Cahaya Purnama.
Honorable Japanese Ambassador for Indonesia, Mr. Yoshinori Katori, respected representative of Asian Working Group of Smart City Planning, Chairman of Nikken Sekkei, Mr. Rahmat Gobel, President of Indonesia-Japan Friendly Association, Mayor of Bandung, distinguished participant of workshop. It's my great honor to be here attend this Smart Transit-Oriented Development Forum and exhibition. We are very grateful, thank you, especially for the Japanese government to help us to develop this MRT and also to arrange this today meeting. And we hope we could learn many from many experts here. And we really want to open, I think Jakarta is the best time for us to do. After 28 years, we delay our project. I just talked to Excellency Ambassador. I think maybe we have made a wrong decision. We start from the south to the north MRT, not from the east and west. Because now the population, all the real estate, is in the east and west, not from the south. 28 years ago is right. Everybody go to the south or go to the north, because everybody go to the city, the Glodok. That's the problem. But now it's different. Now what we need is east and west. But the problem is we don't know. The Japan government want to support us directly or not. Yeah, we want directly. We could not wait the south and north, but we need now is east and west too. We will have a discussion about this next week with the Indonesian Planning Board. So this afternoon will be very great for us and honor to be here. We will hear many. I don't know what's discussion. I hope this will be very fruitful discussion for us before we bring this result of this discussion to our next week meeting with the central government. And we really hope this afternoon will help us to solve our very headache problem about traffic jam, about how to have the very low cost transportation in the city, because use of TOD. And we already put our local enterprise, we asked the PT MRT and JAKPRO to get involved in this. We believe B2B cooperation is more easy than cooperation with us. Many auditors will audit you as a problem. I think it's better B2B. So once again, I thank you for this afternoon, and thank you for the Embassy of Japan and for the Ambassador to arrange this afternoon meeting. And we believe Jakarta will get many good things and the best thing this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Governor. And for our next opening speeches, we have the representative of Asian Working Group of Smart City Planning Incorporated and also Chairman of Nikken Sekkei Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Mitsuo Nakamura.
Good evening, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Smart TOD Forum in Jakarta. My name is Mitsuo Nakamura, Chairman of Nikken Sekkei. It's an honor to have distinguished guests and guests from many countries around Indonesia. So smart city planning, we call this SCP. SCP has planned to forum and exhibition of smart city and smart DOD for community in Jakarta. This forum and exhibition is sponsored by Embassy of Japan in Indonesia and the Smart City Planning, co-sponsored by Mission of Japan to ASEAN, Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism of Japan. So I would like to briefly explain about this forum and exhibition. Fundamental problems such as traffic congestion, infrastructure and strategy for forwarding being tackled by many forum exhibition in order to listen to the wisdom of those professions in Indonesia and to recognize current agenda. So at various levels of public and private sectors between Indonesia and Japan. So we hope you will enjoy this forum and exhibition, and you will have something valuable. Thank you.
We have listened to the opening speeches. Now is the time I ask for your attention for some keynote speeches. And to start it up, we have the Deputy Governor of Jakarta's Spatial Planning and Environment and also Head of Jakarta's Development Planning Board. I would like to invite, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Sarwo Handayani.
Good afternoon, Excellency Japanese Ambassador of Indonesia, Mr. Yoshinori Katori, respected Mr. Basuki Cahayapurnama, our lovely Vice Governor, Mr. Mitsuo Nakamura, representative of ASEAN Working Group of CCP, Chairman of Nikken Sekkei, Mr. Ahmad Gobel, President of Indonesia-Japan Friendship Association, keynote speaker from Japan and Indonesia, Pak Ridwan Kamil, my best friend, now Mayor Bandung, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, very gratitude and appreciation for organizing the TOD Smart Forum, with especially we share and exchange the views on overcoming urban problems and potentially establishing a cooperation among us. As already aware that half of world population today is live in the urban areas, and there are some reason to best explain why people move to the city. At the other hand, those activities and urbanization create burdens to the environment and issues to the city. Therefore, smart and sustainable way to manage the city is needed, so that the city could provide best services for community and private sector. This is what we believe as the smart city approach or concept. Smart city is concept which will guide the city management to provide efficient and sustainable city services with support from information technology. In general, its dimensions are including smart economy. Nowadays, every big cities around the world are moving toward the implementation of smart city concept, including, of course, Jakarta. In this occasion, I'd like to share DKI Jakarta's program toward the implementation of smart city concept. Jakarta is a city of 661 kilometers square in size and with almost 12 million people live in during daytime, face common issues such as traffic congestion, illegal settlers or squatters, limited lands, water management, waste management, decreasing of environmental quality, and land subsidence. But among these, the traffic congestion, floods, and poverty are the major issues. To overcome those development issues, one important policy is already enacted. It is the Local Act Number 1 in the year of 2012 on Region Spatial Planning 2013, which governs to develop Jakarta to the west, east, north, as well as control the development toward the southern part of Jakarta, because southern part of Jakarta is the recharging area. To develop mass transportation system as the city backbone and the implementation of transit-oriented development, or TOD, park and ride facilities, as well as development of infrastructure on integrated non-motorized mobilization. The others is to develop waterfront city and to enhance water management system and flood control infrastructure, and many more. In this regard, especially related to mass transportation development as the city backbone and means of people movements, we program to build the mass rapid transit, as Pak Wagub mentioned, north-south from Lebak Bulus to Kampung Badan, and we just also plan the east-west corridor from Balaraja to Cikarang. And we continuously to expand bus rapid transit or Transjakarta service and continuing the monorail project. And also toll road development, we plan to have 6 corridors in the city, and then next year Pak Wagub forced us to implement the ERP, manual ERP, and intelligent transportation system, and provide more pedestrian ways for people. In some strategic mass transportation stations, such as Lebak Bulus Station, Blok M Station, Duku Atas, Senayan, we will develop the station area with TOD concept. Station development with TOD concept is important for better future city development and eventually will affect in positive way to the ridership of mass transportation, provide better efficient services to community, and less usage of energy. Some of the concepts are ready and some are under study. We believe by developing mass transportation system and implementing TOD as real practice of smart city concept as implemented successfully in Japan, we could expect it not only to change people's behavior and lifestyle to a better one, but also to create a more friendly climate to the environment due to less pollution and efficient way of utilizing resources. I sincerely hope this brief explanation would inspire other cities in Indonesia to implement smart city concept, provide efficient services and sustainable living environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Handayani, for your insights. And in an implementation of JICA's technical cooperation project, which is deeply related to our forum theme, the Smart TOD. Please welcome the President of Japan Society of Urban and Regional Planners and also Professor Emeritus of Hokkaido University, Professor Kobayashi.
is Kobayashi. It's my honor to have such a keynote speech here, and also the important forum as a title of innovation and investment in ASEAN countries. That before to start my lecture, keynote speech, I have to make appreciation for your Asian peoples. That 2.5 years before I got big disasters in the northern part of Honshu Island. So peoples from your country stretch your warm hearts and also that warm hands. The slow and slow, the disaster was recovering. Thanks so much again. So I make a speech in Japanese. Sorry. 都市のイノベーションと投資、これ非常に重要な関係がございます。で、私の経験を踏まえて、これからこの内容でお話をさせていただきます。
So I want to talk today based on my experiences regarding innovation and investment in Asian cities, which is deeply related to the theme of this forum.
First, まず最初、日本とASEANの諸国は非常に似ております。まず国土の成り立ちからモンスーンという気候から人口密度から自然災害も共通しております。さらには歴史的に遡ると文化、人間的にも非常に深い関係がございます。
First, the cities in Asia and Japan have many similarities in such as high density population, humid climate, and also frequent natural disasters. In addition, they also have deep connections to each other both by cultural and historical.
そういう意味で似た環境の中で、過ごしてきた私たち日本は非常に多くのチャレンジをしてきました。で、都市の問題も、解決してきました。で、こういう経験っていうのは、ASEAN の皆様にとって役に立つことが非常に多いのではないかと思います。で、これからスマートでサステナブルな都市を作り上げていく21世紀世界から信頼される、都市を作るために私たちの経験をぜひ皆様にご提供したいというふうに考えております。
Because of these environmental similarities, the technologies and experiences that Japan has accumulated so far to solve these urban problems will be helpful to cities in Asia, which will develop as sustainable smart cities from now on. I think this is a definite reason why Japan can and should contribute to urban development of Asian cities.
が中心でした。それで経済的なパフォーマンスがベースになりながらグローバルな企業あるいはグローバルフロントランナーの企業によって
or rest in one of the home.
Perpustakaan pasalnya seperti apa? Ya minimal kita belajar banyak kan, ini udah terbukti yang dilakukan di Cina, di Brazil, di Jepang. Kalau kita bilang di belajar Jepang, mereka kan udah susah lah ya. Mereka juga soal macet, tapi kan penataan kan smart city kan gimana bisa banyak efisien energi, tapi inti kan bagaimana orang itu bisa lebih nyaman hidup gitu loh. Ya, tapi inti di situ apa? Kekurangan kita gimana kalau dia bicara? Kalau orang mau nyaman kan mesti tertib. Masyarakat kita nggak mau tertib nih. Kalau mau tertib gimana? Penegakan hukum. Ya kita harus melakukan penegakan hukum yang keras. Baru orang bisa tertib gitu loh. Cina, Singapura semua lakukan seperti itu. Brazil semua lakukan seperti itu. Ya kita beruntung lah ya ada Jepang yang punya hubungan baik dengan kita. Dia bantu kita begitu baik. Ya kan cuma saya bilang, jujur aja saya bilang sama ambasadornya, MRT kita ini salah mulainya. Harusnya bukan selatan utara lagi. Harusnya timur barat lebih duluan. Karena semua ke Cengkareng, ke Kerawang, ya kan? Ke Balaraja, pabrik semua ke situ, rumah semua ke situ. Tapi 28 tahun yang lalu kan belum ada cerita orang bikin rumah di Bekasi. Siapa yang mau tinggal di Bekasi dulu? Siapa yang mau tinggal di... Tapi sekarang kita bisa bayangin ya, kita nggak pernah kepikir bahwa Serpong akan begitu hebat gitu loh. Ya kan, perluasannya. Tapi itu yang dilakukan. Makanya kita lagi bilang sama Bappenas untuk segera dimulai. Tapi prinsip itu udah ikutin kok. Udah kita ikutin, nanti di Sudirman Tamrin nanti gimana pagar-pagar dibuka untuk supaya orang pedestrian lebih baik. Terus mereka punya KLB bisa kita naikkan kalau ada mass rapid transit. Nah secara prinsip sudah. Nah cuma kita mesti, yang jadi persoalan di DKI, kita seluruh dunia mungkin punya masalah yang sama ya, tapi tidak mungkin seproblem DKI. DKI mungkin 30-40 tahun orang udah dudukin pinggiran sungai dan waduk. Jadi yang namanya sungai kan mesti indah untuk orang lihat gitu kan. Sungai kita tuh bukan cuma pinggirnya tidak indah, di tengah sungai udah didudukin buang sampah lagi. Nah ini kita mau tidak mau, Pak Jokowi kalau saya udah putuskan, kita sediakan sampai 500 hektar lahan di Marunda untuk membangun super blok dengan koefisien dasar bangunan 50 supaya pindahin orang-orang yang pinggiran ini ke situ, yang ada nggak pengen kerja di situ tapi nggak dijual nih apartemen. Jadi DKI punya stok rumah susun murah, bukan dijual, bukan disewakan, hanya bayar retribusi. Kira-kira ya 5.000 sampai 12.000 per hari. Dan di situ juga ada kawasan ekonomi khusus, ada pelabuhan Tanjung Priuk, ada pulau-pulau utilitas, jadi semua di situ. Jadi Anda bisa kerja di situ. Jadi intinya DKI itu tidak ingin lagi sebetulnya ada perusahaan garmen. Kita nggak mau lagi. Jadi benar kata Pak Ridwan Kamil, urusan kreatif kecil-kecil UMKM jangan di DKI lah. Kenapa? Kok kamu mempekerjakan pegawai, bayar gaji juga pas-pasan KHL. Kok KHL Jakarta nggak hidup? KHL kan buat lajang, nggak bisa mancing. Kalau di kampung saya bisa gaji KHL, bisa kredit motor. Kenapa? Sore ke laut, malam mancing, ngambil buah. Ini nggak bisa. Jadi ini beda. Makanya kita pengen dorong nih ke Bandung, ke Kerawang, industri. Misalkan kendaraan otomotif ya, kita udah dorong semua masuk ke Kerawang. 2023 nanti seluruh Toyota Astra Group pindah, Honda semua pindah. Kita dorong mereka pindah. Nah supaya orang-orang yang gajinya pas-pasan KHL itu jangan tinggal di Jakarta. Jakarta kita mainnya yang jasa, yang corporate seperti itu. Nah kita tentu ingin menyediakan bus sesuai kota itu harus ada bus charter yang gratis gitu kan untuk tempat-tempat tujuan wisata gitu. Jadi saya lagi bingung, yang dari Kuningan mau masuk Casablanca puterannya itu nggak masuk tuh bus tingkat itu. Mungkin untuk daerah itu bus yang tidak tingkat. Jadi kalau untuk yang sepanjang koridor 1 bisa bus tingkat. Nah, kita mesti hitung daerahnya mana. Nah ini yang, ini kita beruntung lah, nggak usah keluar negeri, udah langsung lihat diajarin. Saya lebih suka gitu daripada studi banding keluar. Tapi pengen juga tuh lihat yang berhasil tadi, menarik tuh kota yang tadi apa, Korti bawah tadi kota itu tuh menarik sekali. Gak pernah dengar kita dalam sebenarnya negara mana tadi.
Oke. Terima kasih sudah banyak mendukung pembangunan baru yang tepat di pinggir sungai dan ada IMB.
Nah itu yang persoalan. Kita nggak bisa robohkan lagi. Dia bukan hanya ada IMB, dia punya sertifikat hak milik. Ini memang. Jadi apa ya, kalau kita bicara jujur, saya juga suka sharing dengan beberapa negara. Beda negara kamu dengan kami, tahu nggak di mana? Negara Anda tuh polisi itu di bawah Kemendagri. Di skup Anda, traffic warden tuh bisa menilang mobil-mobil lawan arus. Kami nggak bisa, karena semua diambil Polantas. Terus di negara Anda itu ada dinas pertanahan, yang gubernur bisa tentuin. Kami nggak bisa, ada BPN. Itu persoalan kita gitu loh. Nah ini yang kita, tapi bukan berarti tidak kerjasama. Kita bersyukur kawan-kawan di BPN, di polisi semua kerjasama sangat baik. Ya aku terus ngobrol masih.
Ini berarti tawaran atau proposal ini diterima sama DKI atau bagaimana?
Bukan kita diskusi, ini kan bukan mesti kita tidak pakai mereka kan. Tapi kan konsepnya saling menukar pikiran kan. Menukar pikiran smart city seperti apa. Bukan berarti mesti ikut mereka. Yang jelas kita bangun MRT pakai duit Jepang, itu aja 40 tahun kredit.
Terima kasih Pak.
Itu pasti 40 tahun kredit.
Sengaja kok tahu.
Enggak.
Sengaja kan. TOD-nya.
Kita mau integrasi.
Kita udah desain itu semua sama nanti ya yang di Green Indonesia. Di Green Indonesia itu di bawah tuh betul-betul full bawahnya nyambung termasuk duku atas.
Berapa titik?
yang ada pemberhentian itu langsung nyambung. Sebetulnya kita bisa nyambung lagi, kita mulai bangun Monas kan. Kalau dia makin maju, ya makin nyambung.
Itu nanti diserahkan ke Jakpro ya Pak?
Jakpro, tapi nanti si Jakpro kerjasama dengan swasta.
MRT, dengan swasta.
Tapi PT MRT yang kuasai haknya. Nah sekarang kita lagi minta PD Pasar jangan lepasin pasarnya.
Dengan Jepang ini Pak, dengan Jepang ini.
Jepang kita cuma bilang lu mau kasih gua kredit nggak yang Timur Barat nih?
Gitu aja.
Ya, kalau nggak mau gue cari swasta.
Boleh saya?
Udah kan?
Terima kasih banyak.